You're You have a look about you. Some sort of quality that's rare to find. And trust me, I'm never wrong about these sort of things. Can I interest you in a room at the local inn? Actually, wait, that came out wrong. Look, empty rooms are just bad for business. The upkeep alone costs me more than the place is worth. But I think we can come to a sort of arrangement. And not the sort of arrangement that involves a few drinks, let me be clear about that. I need someone to improve the reputation of my properties. A hero type who people look up to. And I have a feeling about you. You've done something great and are probably on the way to do something greater. Seems like we can help each other here. Yeah, all right. Details. I can see how this might be a bit sketchy, but don't worry. The inn room is well kept, conveniently located. I know you adventuring types wanting a home in every town. This would be a nice addition to your holdings. No catch. I just need someone to freshen up my image. And my gut tells me you're the one to do that. As long as you're not planning on turning it into a skooma den or an outlaw's refuge, the room is all yours. Oh, sure. You can set up some crafting stations, house your pets, display any treasures or trophies you've come upon in your adventures. Hey, you can even set up a target dummy to practice combat. Just don't demolish the place and we're good. Excellent. You won't regret this decision, I swear. Here's the deed and key to the room. Took me a while, but I finally was able to take them back from the last tenant. Required more time in the sewers than I had hoped for, but hey, that's business. Hope the room is to your liking. With your reputation, I'm sure you shouldn't have any trouble with the neighbors. If you do, remember death threats are not the way to go. Had a spot of trouble when my last tenant started sending those out. Nope, just make yourself at home. Spruce things up a bit. Honestly, I can't wait to see how you arrange the place. Hopefully you'll end up with a few less Daedric shrines than another former tenant of mine. Like 0. 0's a good number. Oh, what a relief. I can't tell you how hard it is to wash bloodstains off of cobble floors. But that's not even the worst of it. I've had tenants cram their rooms with the wildest things. Mounts, foliage, assistants. I mean, it's an inn room. I own this and several other properties throughout Tamriel. It pays to diversify. Of course, that means I've got to look out for a variety of troubles, too. But hey, no one ever said the real estate business was easy.
What do you want?
I can only deal with clients possessing either fame or notoriety. Guild rules and all.
Do not...
You should be honored. I own...
You must be here to learn the craft, yes? Your alliance covers my considerable fees, allowing me to impart my knowledge at no cost to you. If you prove yourself, I'll certify you as competent to fulfill crafting writs. Crafting writs are daily requests for crafted goods. You must be a certified crafter to fulfill them. Prove you know what you're doing, and I'll certify you. I'm authorized to train and certify provisioners, alchemists, and enchanters. If this interests you, we should begin immediately.
Welcome to the Guild Hall, Knowledge Seeker. What brings you here today?
We're book hunters of a sort. We seek out new information, capture it in our libraries, and make copies for distribution across Tamriel. The Guild doesn't... Vanus Galarian, one of the founding members of this august body, still holds the proud title of Guildmaster, overseeing every guild hall in Tamriel. He works with other ranking members, such as Tellinger, the Artificer, to ensure our future success. We are neutral in the war between the three alliances. When we're on guild business, we kneel to no king or queen. That's why you'll see members of every race in our halls.
We provide training in unique spells and abilities only available to members. And from time to time, projects crop up for those with an adventuresome spirit. You may end up working with the Guildmaster himself.
Can I help you?
Excellent. I know we'll all be drawing blades together soon enough. Now,
What can I tell you? Excellent. Excellent. Right. Our new guildmaster is an Argonian, sees all colors. She has us all hunting down the Daedra and their damned anchors. You might have seen them. Enormous chains, plagues of Daedra boil out to lay waste to the countryside. Hard fights. Ha! Yes, good question. We train our members in special techniques, and the higher-ups are always looking for motivated members to help with special projects. You never know, you might be the next Yofnir. No, we only draw blades in service to the Guild. We're technically neutral in the war between the three alliances. We love the Eagle Banner and Her Majesty, of course, but every race, every creed belongs under the Guild Hall's roof. Guildmaster Yofnir passed away recently, very suddenly. I always thought he'd die with a blade in his hand, but he passed away in his sleep, called to Sovngarde by his ancestors. We all miss him, but Colors has proven to be a very able leader. Then let me be the first to officially welcome you as an associate of the Fighters Guild. Ha! Yes, good question. We train our members in special...
I can train and certify you as a blacksmith, a clothier, or a woodworker. Which would you like to start with first? Have you spoken with Danel Teleno? He handles certification and training for provisioning, enchanting, and alchemy. He's a bit stuffy, but he knows what he's doing.
Oh dear, I do hope you've come about my request. It would be awful if those Quama spread across Vardenfell. Those poor Quama. I would never have the heart to cull them myself, but it must be done for the greater good. I know the temple has asked you to bring me research notes and an egg sample. If you have any questions, please let me know. They've been bred to be highly aggressive, so much so that they're nearly impossible to control. They're calmed by a specific pheromone, though I'm afraid I don't know which one. That's why they appear to tolerate most of the Rumble Guard inside. Oh, poor Queenie. She's likely on her deathbed at this point, having been made to be productive far longer than is acceptable. I believe she's been put in some chamber we can't reach, connected to the mine through some smaller Quama dug tunnels. Though the methods to produce these Quama are far from sound, the end goal is still noble. These Quama may lead us to hardier, more disease-resistant breeds. With ethical research practices, I believe I can help produce a viable solution. They've been bred to be highly aggressive. Oh, poor Queenie. She's likely on her deathbed at this point, having been made to be productive far longer than is accepted. Though the methods to produce these Quama are...
What do you want? This is bad. You look well-traveled, friend. Are you, by chance, going to Sadrith Mora? I can make it worth your while. Opportunity. Or that's what I thought, until I angered de Veyfair by failing to deliver the special mushrooms he ordered on time. Lost the shipment. Now I'm in a bind. I have the mushrooms, but I'm afraid Fair will evaporate me for late delivery. You aren't at fault for the late delivery, so Fair shouldn't do anything to you. Won't do anything to you, I mean. I guarantee it. Besides, I'll let you keep the payment he owes me as well. I'd rather avoid the situation altogether at this point. You're saving my life here, friend. I don't dare refuse the order, but I also don't want to meet a displeased Telvanni. For someone who's helping me out this much, you can ask as many as you like. Sadrith Mora is up on the eastern coast, so you could walk, but I wouldn't recommend it. Talk to Cinda, our local navigator. She can sail you up there on her next trip. That's how I was going to get there until I missed my delivery time. The Telvanni aren't like you and I, friend. They're powerful and quick to anger and have no qualms about harming those who displease them. No clue. If a Telvanni mage wants them, I can only suppose they have magical properties. You won't see me putting them in any of my stews, that's for damn sure.
Are you here about my request? We have to fix this before it's too late. I know all your clients have burdens to bear, but I'm speaking of the very fabric of Nirn here. Master Allah plans to perform an experiment that will alter the laws of our reality, and I need you to stop it. I require his research notes as well. His calculations have grown incomprehensible to me, his theories turned to ramblings. But I know what he plans to do goes against nature itself. There's no predicting the chaos his success may bring. We have to... I respected him. He was brilliant, always looking at all the possibilities, at the entirety of our existence. But he's discovered something dangerous, and I have a feeling someone led him down that dark path. His notes may tell me who. His calculations have grown incomprehensible to me. We must prepare for the worst. Magic has long lingering and far-reaching effects. Perhaps Master Allah can find reason and stop this experiment. But if he cannot, then it falls to me to fix his mistakes. His notes will help me do that.
What is it?
The moon sent me too much work.
Hold, citizen. Be wary, traveler. Pilgrims have been attacked on these roads. Should you encounter violence, don't hesitate to call on us. We're here to protect you. I hope your confidence is merited. We have our hands full with the Dreg and the Ashlanders, so rescues are in short supply. Captain Artesia Naros is at the canton of Mola Gmar. She can tell you more than I. Safe travels.
finish this thought. What's this word? Oh, I wish my dear Narcissus would return so I could ask. His handwriting is atrocious. Oh well, I'll just write inky black darkness. That sounds like the tomb he described to me. The nearby Drelloth tomb, of course. My employer, the famous adventurer Narcissus Dren, explores its depths, searching for hidden treasure even as we speak. I hope to get to investigate a tomb one day. For now, I'm content to be Narcissus' assistant. I am the personal assistant to Narcissus Dren, and I know a great deal about a good many things. I found the old scroll that mentioned the treasure, after all. Narcissus has been gone a long time, though. Even missed lunch today, and he never skips a meal. You'll check on Narcissus? How sweet. I will make certain you get a mention in his next book. I suppose he just lost track of time studying an intriguing relic or some such. But I'll feel so much better if you go into Drelloth and see if he's all right. Certainly. I'd be more than happy to tell you all about the great Narcissus Dren and his exciting adventures. What do you want to know? I suppose I can take credit for that. I found an old scroll in a Telvanni bookshop and took it right to Narcissus for analysis. His translation indicated there were secret passages inside. He said secret passages mean hidden treasure, so here we are. You don't know the great Narcissus Dren? He explores the world's most dangerous locations and writes books so that his beloved admirers can experience his adventures vicariously. Oh, just reading his words will send little thrills up. It is much more than mere admiration. Narcissus Dren fills my heart the way mead fills an earthen jar. Someday, we will undergo the ritual of Mara and live happily as husband and wife. Elfbeta Dren. It has a certain flair, don't you think?
Oh, dear Tywin, how I long to see you smile. Ah, love. How cruel the fates that keep me from my heart's desire and force me to lock away my true feelings. Chains bind my heart, yet it yearns to beat free. Oh, what does an Outlander know about the complexities of Dunmerry love? But you're only trying to help, and maybe I do need a simpler perspective. How does an Outlander convince an overbearing mother that the object of their affection is worthy? Of course not. Tywin is a slave. My mother's slave. I tried to buy her freedom, but Mother laughed at the mere suggestion that I'd be allowed to sully our reputation with a noir bride. Perhaps an outlander's offer wouldn't rouse her suspicion. I don't expect you to pay, obviously. It's just that Mother might reveal what it would take for her to release Tyrwin if it was anyone but me asking. Knowing that might give me some idea of how to free my love. It couldn't hurt to ask, could it? Tell her you've heard Tyrwin excels at finding Red Star shells. Telvanni wizards prize them, and they're very rare. Most of the locals know that Tyrwin is the best at finding them. Mother loves to gloat. I couldn't bear gazing upon Tyrwin since Mother rebuked me, but now I can't wait to see her lovely face again. I'll be down at the swamp where she hunts shells. Come find me once you've finished dealing with Mother. She'll be at our tower.
Ah, it warms my scales to see you once more, my friend. I wish I could thank you for my freedom, but as you can see, it was short-lived. I see you still wear no shackles. Will you aid me once more? I know someone who needs help. In truth, you would be helping many Saxhleel, myself included. During my latest escape attempt, I met an amber beauty with eyes like summer rain. Her Lukial name is Sun in Shadow, but I call her my heart. She hatches a plan to set us free. Seek her out in Tel Naga. If I know my heart, she will be sunning herself in the light of some book. Always reading that one, always learning. If all goes to plan, she will read her books beside me in the boughs of a hist. Soon, I hope. Walk with Sithis, my friend, and mind the Telvanni. They spin lies like an elder at the yarn wheel. I ventured too far from the hist and did not heed the bird signs. Dark elf slavers spine-hooked me near Thorn. I escaped 4 times, but never for long. Eventually the Telvanni bought me, at a discount I am told. I take pride in that at least. Laws are slippery things. The Ebonheart Pact outlawed Argonian slavery, but House Telvanni refused to join the pact. In truth, I cannot imagine how they would live without slaves. The Magisters are like overstuffed crocodiles, dangerous, but lazy. I thank you for your offer, but I tire of breaking free only to be recaptured a day later. Sun in Shadow's plan will earn us a lasting freedom. If you help her, you help me. Mages mostly. Members of the so-called Great House Telvanni. One of the 4 great houses of the Dark Elves. They love using that word, great. Great at ruining lives, perhaps. Yes, and Khajiit also. You see, for a Telvanni, life is nothing but a cheap struggle for mastery and control. Mastery of their dry-skinned magics, control of their mushroom towers, and dominion over people. People like us.
Don't give me any trouble.
one more late shipment, Bolin, and you will never work in Vardenfell again.
I'm terribly sorry, Master. It won't happen again.
Ah, another useful idiot approaches. And what trifling matter brings you to me? I trust you're not here to waste my time. That would end badly for you. So Edrino finally came through, did she? And she sent you in her place, no doubt because she believes I will turn her into a Vardvark, or such nonsense. The things these commoners believe. I shall, of course, dock her payment for the late delivery. If you're lying, you do so remarkably well. If you're not, it is of no concern to me. You will receive the same coinage either way. Take it and be about your business. And tell Edrino that if she fails again, I shall locate another mushroom seller. And that concludes my deliveries for today. What an exciting life I lead.
Lazy vermin. If you want to eat this week, work.
Yes, mistress.
Well, get to it. Now!
Yes, mistress. Sorry, mistress.
Pardon the mess. My slaves require another lesson concerning their work ethic. And they're no good overseer as well. I suppose I'll have to wield the lash myself today. Have my friends been gossiping about her again? You'd think there were no better topics of conversation. Yes, Tywin is my slave. She's no unshed Nixhound, but she's still a capable harvester. What do you want to know about her? Well, I need someone who can do that too, and I already have Tywin. Seems like you're out of luck.
Baseless slander! Though I do tire of these ugly rumors surrounding my son. 3 red star shells. That's the smallest offer I'll entertain. A bargain.
Oh, Tywin, where are you? What I'd give for just a glimpse. Well, did you speak to my mother? What did she say? Knowing her, it's something incredibly unreasonable. 3? 3? That's as many as Tywin manages to find in a month. And she's perfect. No. If Mother found out, she'd never let Tywin go free. Not for any price. It's an unreasonable sum. But the fact that she asked for Red Star shells might work in our favor. I've been training a Nyx Hound to help Tywin so she can spend more time with me instead of in that vile swamp. Aside from the Fetch a Fly incident, Nixie's got a solid track record. I'm certain she won't let us down. She's around here somewhere. Nyx Hounds vanish when they're afraid, and Nixie's a bit skittish. She'll head off toward the water after I call her. Look around the shorelines, and you'll probably find her digging up shells. Just go where she points. Come on, Nixie, show yourself! There you are. Nixie, go find star shells. Show this nice person where they are.
What are you doing? Stop! Who are you? These are given lands, you know. Take any star shells from this beach and you'll have them to reckon with. He sent you here. To what, spy on me? To finds that can't even find privacy out in this forsaken muck. Because this is the one place I'm permitted to go that he's too afraid to follow. Out here, I don't have to endure his constant fawning or pretend not to see him watching me out of the corner of my eye. Love! I'm a slave and he's my master, or as close as makes no difference. Wouldn't so much as smile in his direction if it didn't spare me the rod. Tell me why he has you gathering Red Star shells. What's he up to now? Gods, no. fear of his mother's wrath is the only reason I can keep him at arm's length. If he's getting this bold, I have to get out of here. What Lonus wants for me isn't freedom. You really want to free me. Help me get away from these people. Faris keeps my servitude obligation hidden in a house. Steal it for me. I can forge a signature. It won't be perfect, but it should hold up well enough to get me out of Telvanni lands. I don't want to be bought. I want to be free. After all Faris and Lonus have taken from me, I don't want them to profit from my release. At least let me cost them.
Cliff racers spread their wings so broad, and lesser birds bend their knees so awed. Silent is
think you're supposed to be here? See, you're leaving the estate. You decided not to help me, didn't you? I knew I shouldn't have gotten my hopes up. You really did it. You... What's the catch? What do you expect for this? I don't know what to say. I was resigned to my fate before you showed up. Hardly seems real. Maybe it isn't. Not until I'm staring at the shores of the Somerset Isles. I'll need it. You didn't ask for anything, but I want you to have this. Just the gold I managed to hide away over the years, minus what I'll need for passage. Not payment, a gift. For a friend. Goodbye, and thank you so much.
Hey! Get away from her! You will ruin everything!
Shut up, you slavering jackal. You see this? I'm free.
Tywin, I was supposed to free you. I was going to take your hand in marriage. It was going to be perfect. You ruined it!
Listen to me, you little swit. I'm not your plaything, never was, and never will be. I'd sooner lie with the maggots than share your bed.
That can be arranged! When I tell Mother about this, you'll wish you'd never spurned me! You'll beg! You will beg!
That was liberating. Don't worry, I know these lands better than they ever will. Thanks again.
You probably don't even have the gold, but I have to give you a chance to pay your bounty. Fine. Now get your stink away from me.
Yes. Can I help you, Suryo? Bless his eyes. Yes, I'm Sun in Shadow. Ioki told you I have a plan to earn our freedom, right? It will require finesse and discretion. I trust that I can count on you for both. To earn my freedom, I need the help of Magister Thurama. Oh, yes. House Telvanni has its warts, but it's a true meritocracy. With enough guile and cunning, even a lowly slave can sit on the council. I've studied spellcraft since before I could lift a broom. All I need now is the sponsorship of a magister. Theraana's been haranguing the council, trying to get their help in claiming Zane Tiraris from House Redrin. She wants something in that shrine. I aim to get it for her. Her mouth, Erevan Anthem, has a letter that contains the clues we need. Be cautious in the council house, Sarah. House Tilvani is not just some beast you can slay. In this place, subtlety will serve you better than any shield. We have to play the game. Ah, it was during one of his many escape attempts. I was cleaning Master Otheri's tableware when Ioki burst through the kitchen door, dragging his chains behind him. He threw open the window and started to climb through it. Then he saw me. He hesitated, even smiled. You don't see Mars slaves smile much. Certainly not when they're being chased by Nyx hounds. They dragged him off and threw him in the dry box. He told me he'd spend a year in there if it meant seeing me again. There's an old alchemist's proverb. No reaction is ever so forceful as the mixing of opposing components. A mouthful, I know, but it fits. Ioki and I occupy different poles on the same spear. He keeps me grounded. I keep him safe. Truthfully, it doesn't. Not yet. Tilvani plots take time to develop. If I demand Ioki's freedom too early, I show my hand. Suddenly, he's a valuable piece in the game, moved and sacrificed as the Magisters see fit. Do I sense a rebuke? It's not ideal, I know. Look, I treasure Ioki. He's placed his trust in me. I hope you'll do the same.
And who might you be? Master Erevan is away on business. Has been for some time, in fact. I know a prowler when I see one. What do you want? No one just wanders into a council mouth's office looking around. I should report you. What are you really after? And do be honest, we've already wasted enough time here. Ah, the one about Zane Tiraris, is it? Well, I could call the guard and be about my day, but I am a Tilvani after all. We don't turn away an opportunity when it presents itself. Perhaps you could help me with a problem I've run into. It's a matter of literature, or lack thereof. I wrote a poem, you see, a cloying, drunken mess of a poem. The post delivered it to my darling Ethrandora just this morning. If you get it away from her, the letter is yours. She spends most of her time in the study, here in the council hall. She's very diligent, always leaning over one book or another. And the way she licks her thumb when she turns the pages. Sorry, you'll find her in the study, yes. The poem's terrible. Plus, if word got to my parents that I'd been courting a wood elf, I'd be written out of the will, repeatedly, with red ink. Then there's also the possibility of blackmail. Why do you think Ethrandora keeps it on her? She knows that if Master Erevan gets wind of this, he might dismiss me from his service. Clever minx. Working for a council mouth is a fine occupation, Fla. I can't risk losing it. She's such a pretty, dainty thing. Not at all like those other scrawny Acorn elves. Add a half bottle of Shane to a lusty heart, and you wind up with some very poor decisions.
That's distressing. I swore I brought that with me.
I hope this is good news. Well? Quick, give it here! Phew, what a relief. All right, Fla, I'm going to burn this embarrassment. I sure hope I didn't leave Master Erevan's correspondence box unlocked. That would be careless in the extreme. Farewell. Good riddance to bad writing.
there you are. I was afraid you'd been compromised. Were you successful? Did Ontham have anything worth reading? May I? Ah, a saint's relic. Saint Films. Never heard of him. Says here, the Redoran want it too. To squirrel away in some musty old chapel, no doubt. We need to make sure Thorana gets it before they do. Looks like the shrine is locked, protected by some puzzle ward. Luckily, the letter provides some hints on how to break in. Solve the puzzle, grab the relic, then make haste to tell Borana. Thorana should be there. Offer her the relic on my behalf. Somewhere between certain and apprehensive. The Telvanni respect all clever schemes and love to barter. This little intrigue will prove my worth, I know it. Then again, she could just try to take the relic by force. Run? Telvanni magisters wield magics that put Julianos to shame. Of course, you're quite the hero in your own right. Hopefully it doesn't come to that.
Time is precious. stroke of luck. You're a warrior, yes? Of course you are. I need your help, Sarah. All is not well in Matus Arkin. Husbandry run amok. Our chief breedsman, Drovos Nelvain, created a new genus of Quama. They've proven to be very aggressive and impossible to control. When I advised caution, Drovos nearly killed me, called me an intellectually stunted poltroon. Drovos managed to create a royal queen egg. If the egg hatches, our native Quama will be wiped out. He's gone mad, Sarah, and all of Vardenfell may pay the price. I need you to destroy this egg, white out the scribs in waiting, and deal with Drovos. I hate that it's come to this, but Drovos forced my hand. Quama husbandry is a delicate science. Introducing a belligerent expansionist breed like this? It's madness, pure and simple. We can't take the risk. They're unique. Selective breeding's nothing new in the egg trade. Some breedsmen focus on increased yield, while others focus on strength and longevity. Drovos wanted the best of everything. A combination of classical breeding and alchemy. Mad science, if you will. No one doubts Drovos' brilliance, but his methods are ghastly. Guiding a species towards specific traits takes years of work. Generations. But that's too slow for Drovos. Unnatural? Emphatically yes. Nature couldn't produce Quama like this, not without gross interference. I can't stress this enough. If this breed spreads beyond Matus Arkin, we are in for an environmental catastrophe. So please, make haste. Yes, I suppose we rushed right past introductions. I'm Rydena Devani, sub-Tamrielic naturalist. I oversee mining practices for House Halalu, ensuring that the Quama aren't exposed to undue risk from disease, starvation, or parasitic infestations. They were promising at first. Quama are hardy creatures, but they still fall prey to the droops and parasitic mites. It's not unheard of to lose entire colonies to disease. Breeding in resistances made sense. It was a mistake, clearly.